Good morning, Balanced. Happy Monday. We are here for 30 minutes of balanced body weight training. So, balanced body weight is all about using what we have to build our own strength. So, the props that you'll need for class today, one of them is right behind me. I've got my chair. I also have a mat down below. That's because at the very end of our class, we're going to be coming down to our planks. So, you don't really need it until the very end of class, but make sure you've got it close by. And as always, I've got my water. My water is here because we'll be taking 3 official water breaks. That being said, if you feel thirsty or like you need to rehydrate throughout class, listen to your body and take water whenever you need. All right, Balanced, let's get started. Warm-up time. Meet me with your feet facing forward, hip width distance apart. 3 big deep breaths. Breathe and bend through your knees. Roll your hands down by your sides, releasing any tension from your wrists. Nice big deep breath in, bring your hands high over your head. Oh yeah, this last big deep breath, I want you to breathe in something you are excited about. And on your exhale, release out anything else that is no longer serving you or won't serve you through your workout process today. Bring your chin down to your chest and look up toward the ceiling. Amazing. We're going to look right and left in 4, 3, 2, 1. So looking over your shoulder and then to the opposite side. Grounding down through your feet and with your breath for every little movement. Bring your chin on down to your chest and roll one ear over to the opposite side. Excellent job. One more to either side, and then our shoulders roll back and down, back and down. Amazing. This doesn't have to be in time. In fact, this can be right on your own schedule. This class is all about you having agency over your own movement. Shoulders come forward. Amazing work. We're gonna take our arms over top of our head for a cherry picker. So we tap in front, we tap center, we tap behind our heels. All the way back up using the strength of your core and your glutes. If you want to bring your hands high over your heads once more with every cherry picker, feel free to. But if you have any kind of shoulder restriction that doesn't allow your hands to come over your heads, don't worry about it. Excellent job, team. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back up to stand. Widen your stance a little bit and start rocking right and left. We are suddenly in our lateral lunge. Our energy is coming up. Maybe your heart rate is coming up at the same time. If this feels good to you, lean a little deeper. Send your hips back a little bit further. Woo! You feeling that? Now we're gonna add our arms. Reach left to your right foot, right to your left foot. So now we're incorporating the twist of our torso, warming up our whole body with every exercise for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Come on back up to stand. Heel toe your feet underneath your body once more. High knees. Set your hands up so that you've got a goal to bring your knees up to. And we've got our high knees. So team, if this would feel easier for you to start in your chair, you can take your high knees and our next exercise, our seated racer or our racer, in your chair. That being said, if you feel invigorated and you want to try this standing, time to get up. Woo! Awesome, team. We're almost there. We're going to take this to a prance. So our feet will be doing the motion first. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Think prance, 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 prance. Now take it up a notch. Almost like you're going out on a jog. Heart rate's coming up. This is the final portion of our warm-up. Add your arms right and left. Now, if the feet don't feel good or the bounce isn't working for you, stand and just have your arms move. But if both feel good for you, we've got about 15 seconds before our very first water break. You're almost there. You're out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Water break. Alrighty, team. So, we are going to take this to a seated chest press, but we don't have weights, so how are we going to use our own body and what we have around us to create some tension? Use your hands, bring them down to your sides so that your palms are that are on the sides of your chair. I got a little tongue-tied there. Walk your feet out so that your glutes are at the edge of your chair, and I want you to think about pressing down into your chair to lift your body up. So I have a little bit of a shorter arm, so I can't quite get myself all the way off of the chair, but I'm still creating some tension. If you're like that and you would like to create a little bit more tension, slide your glutes off of the chair so that they come below the seat and we press up. Nice job. So my elbows are still pressing out to the sides. Not to confuse this with a tricep dip. We're still focusing on our shoulders. Amazing, team. We're almost there. Remember, you can come down to a seated position anytime you'd like. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift your hips back up, come back to a seated position, interlace your fingers. That was a lot of load on our wrists. So let's just release this out. Excellent work. Using our chair, we're going to do a sit to stand. This is a very common movement in my classes because I love it. It's functional and it's fun. So make sure that your chair is right there and sturdy behind you. Your feet are firmly planted into the floor, or if you've got your mat like I do, they're firmly planted into the mat. And we're going to come to a standing position, coming all the way up to stand, and then all the way back down to our chair. Amazing. And that's all that we want to accomplish for the next 40 seconds. So our goal is to increase the reps the amount of times we can go from sitting to standing in this 40 seconds. And if this is an exercise that resonates with you, this is something that you can do at home. Maybe you set a clock for 1 minute and you see how many times you can go from a seated position to a standing position. Ooh, maybe we've got a little boogie groove at the same time. All right, team, you're almost there. I'm watching the clock for you, and you've got just 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. We're staying in front of our chair for this Curtsy Squat Extravaganza. That being said, if you would like to hold on to your chair, use the higher part of the chair and hold on with either both or one hand. Today, I'm stepping away from the chair and I'm gonna put my hands on my hips. My left foot is going to step behind as if I was about to bow to the queen or curtsy to the queen. However, instead of curtsying and letting your head down, I want your chest to stay up. So, switching to the opposite side, find that position on the opposite side and then come back to the center. Excellent job. That's 1 rep. Then we just repeat that for about the next 40 seconds. You can do it, balanced. Let's do it. And with every chance you get, maybe you test how low you can go. How is your core? Are you pulling in and up? My hip bones, you'll see, are still facing forward. And I even like to keep my hands on my hips because it helps me maintain that forward position. You're doing beautifully. Curtsy squats are one of my favorite. One, because I think that they're really fun, but also because we get to use all different parts of our body to keep us upright. So our core is working, our outer glutes are working, our thighs are working. All right, team, you've got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Water break. Woo! After you've gotten your sip of water, meet me back in front of your chair, making sure that you've got lots of open space around you. We have a half hour for this body weight class and we are just about a third of the way through. So we're gonna pick our heart rate back up with one of my favorite exercises, fast feet. So I've got this mat underneath me and we're gonna use it to play a little bit. So start your engines by starting your feet just a little bit. Now you can stay at this tempo or you can take it up a notch, shifting your hips back ever so slightly, engaging your core, and just like a football player would at a football practice, you start to find fast feet as if you were stepping on hot coals. Fast feet, fast feet. Hey, there it is. All right, you see this length of this mat? I'm gonna use the next 30 seconds to go back and forth, just making it a little bit more fun for us. Woo, I'm like a crab, but a very happy crab. Like the crab you'd see in The Little Mermaid. Nice job, everybody. Keep going. You've got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing job. Alrighty, find our prance, right and left. You know this movement? It comes from our seated racer, but we're bringing it up to our feet. In 3, in 2, and 1. Here you go. We're just prancing around. Add your arms if it feels good for you. A reminder to everybody who's working out with me today, or if you're playing this video later, if the feet are too much, or you're nursing an injury down below, and you want to just use your arms, that's totally fine. But if you want to incorporate both, the option's there for you. And we've got 15 more seconds. That's it. And then we're going into a tricep dip on our chair. So fun for us. You've got 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, team. That was awesome. Come on back to your chair. Take a second to breathe, and so, just like we did before, focusing on pressing down, now we're gonna set up our arms in a slightly different way. So, my hands are coming down to my chair, and ever so slightly, I'm scooting my hips to the edge of the chair. Now, with my elbows pinned back, it almost looks like they're pinned back by my side, as if you were about to do a tricep kickback, we press up and down so that your elbows are facing the back of your chair. Now, if you'd like to increase this stretch, this strength exercise, we want to bring our hips a little bit further off of the chair, and then we bring our elbows down and back up. Testing the waters and finding our fullest range of motion. I will not lie to you all, Balanced. Upper body strength is something that I have to work on consistently every single day to find my fullest range of motion. So if you're feeling discouraged right now, I understand, but I want to let you know that once we get through the hard parts, it only gets easier. So hang in there and keep working toward it for another 10 seconds. Yes, team. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back to your seated position. Interlace your fingers and gently roll them back and forth to release your hands. I know that can be so challenging. Let's take our right arm up and over to stretch out your tricep. So imagine as if you're giving yourself a little pat on the shoulder. Good job, self. And then switch out your arms. Opposite arm comes up. All right, everybody. We're going back to our sit to stand. That being said, this time we're going to add the motion of an overhead press. So when we come to stand, our arms will also press up as well. Here we go. Plant your feet. Take a nice big deep breath in. Come back up to stand. Lift your arms and come on back down. Now this might be an ultimate test of your balance today, to come to a standing position and then find our arms overhead. But if this is feeling like something that you know you can do and you want to take it up a notch, when you come up to this standing position and you put your arms over top of your head, come up to your toes as well for a calf raise. Woo! We're putting all of our fun moves together this morning. It's getting sweaty up in here in the Balance Studios. Hey, if anybody is on this live stream and you want to drop in where you might be streaming in from, I would love to know at our next water break. All right, team, you got 10 seconds left. 10 seconds. And then we are back into a round of curtsy squats. In 3, in 2, and 1. Excellent job. Give yourself a round of applause and then come back up to stand. Hands come to your hips. Let's hit it. Curtsy squat. Headlights stay forward. There you go. So strong. Our chest is up as if you had a logo or a saying on the front of your shirt. Every time you bend your knees, I don't want to lose that logo, right? You want to keep that up. There you go. All right, balanced. Here's your time check. We are more than halfway through our workout together. How is your body feeling? Are you feeling strong? Are you feeling tenacious? How about resilient? That's how I'm feeling this morning. All right, team. You've got just 10 seconds left. Finish your last couple reps with as much gusto as we started. So if that means slowing down, that's fine. But I want to see nice deep curtsy squats for 4, 3, 2, 1. Water break. Okay, party people. Now is the time that we're going to come down to our mat. So this is our third and final round of work. A tip that I learned that I think would be super helpful if you have sensitive knees is to flip up the back of your mat to pad your knees. Now we're gonna take this to a modified push-up, but if push-ups are your thing, feel free to take this to a full push-up. So my hands are coming right underneath the center of my chest. I'm pulling my heels in toward my glutes. And with my elbows pressing back at 45 degrees, I descend down and up. At our fullest range of motion that we possibly can. We've only got about 40 seconds here. And you're already doing so beautifully, y'all. Take breaks when you need. Amazing. How are we doing, balanced? 10 seconds left, and then we're going to just rest in a child's pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stretch your arms out. We're coming on back up to our standing position. Woo! Flip your mat back out and come on back up to standing. Interlace your fingers and gently release your wrists. Let's go back down to our chair. Make sure it's behind you. Take a seat down. So if anybody's a big Pilates fan, like my friend Manny that you might have taken class with, the Pilates 100 is an excellent exercise to engage your lats or your back, as well as building up a sweat. So both strength and aerobic, it's a double whammy. So bring your hips to the top of your seat and just bring your chest a little bit further back so that you are leaning back to engage your core. Extend your arms out by your side and we're going to pump down. Breathing in and then exhaling out. All right, team, let's do it. In 3, 2, 1. Two more. Last one. And slowly allow the pump to go away. Good job. So as we get more and more comfortable with that exercise, you can lean further and further backward, or maybe we take it all the way down to the mat as well. Next thing's next, we're going up to standing once more. So press down into your feet. We're going into our fast feet again. Pick up 1 foot at a time. And while this is feeling comfortable, let's take it a little bit faster. As I gain speed, you can see that my hips are starting to go back a little bit, as if they were about to do a sit to stand. And then we engage even more and we go even quicker. We had crazy feet that moved across our mat last time we did this. Now we've got crazy arms. So I want you to think forward and back, and forward and back. Good job. Use the funkadelic groove that we've got going on here. Now you can even do, I don't know, maybe you got a little disco arm going on. This is our crazy arms. In my notes I wrote, it's getting crazy in here, so don't let me down, Balanced. Woo! You're out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, our feet are a little bit wider than hip width distance, which is exactly where I want them for this next exercise. So with our sit to stand previously, we were sitting and then coming back up, but right now we're just going to tap our glutes. So make sure your chair is behind you, and then we shift our hips back, tap, come right back up. Amazing. Let's keep that motion going. Still keeping your chest up, even though your glutes are reaching back, and squeezing to come back up. How's that feel, Balanced? It feels really good for me today, I'll tell you what. All right, all right, all right. Last 10 seconds. And then we're finishing with our curtsy squat once again. 3, 2, 1. Come to stand. Heel toe your feet underneath you once more. Hands come to your hips. You know this one like the back of your hand. 3rd time's the charm, right? Now, if you are feeling like this curtsy squat is the best it could possibly be, maybe you even add a couple weights to add resistance to this exercise. That's an option for you. Oh my goodness. I'm bringing my hands in front of my body. Another option, if you're working with your balance training, maybe you take your arms out to the side and really press down. We just did all of that work with our lats. Maybe we want to engage even more. Alrighty, team, you're out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out your hands. We're coming back down to our mat to finish with a plank. There are many ways that we can do a plank. So I'm gonna show you 3 of them, and I want you to choose your favorite. So we've got a modified plank, which is where I'm gonna be hanging out today. My knees are on my mat, and my hands walk out to right underneath my chest, and my heels pull in. So this is the position that I wanna hold this whole time, okay? Amazing. Second option, our hands come up to our chair, and we've got an elevated plank so that our feet reach behind us, and you can feel the engagement through your core here. Amazing. Final option, depending on what you want from your workout today, our arms are coming down once more, and our heels reach all the way back for a full plank. So you press down into your full palm, pull your abs in and up, and this is your full plank. All right, team, choose what feels best for you. We're headed there now. Hands come down. Meet me here in 3, 2, 1. Whatever choice you made, as long as it is informed by your own body, is the correct choice. So if we feel burning, popping, pinching, maybe we relax out of it and try something different. That being said, if you want a challenge today, you have less than 5 minutes in this class. Less than 5. Less than 15 seconds in this hold. If you'd like to change it up, now's the time. I'm gonna take it up to my full plank and add a little extra pizzazz by making it a mountain climber. 10 seconds left here, team. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees down. Press back into your child's pose or a modified downward facing dog if you're on your chair. Roll yourself back up to a seated position and come on up to stand. Roll your mat back out. Water break. Come on back to stand in front of your chair. We're going to cool our bodies down, starting with an overhead reach. Plant your feet down, extend one arm up, and then reach opposite side. Sometimes I like to add a little step so it feels like I'm stretching through, I don't know, like a stretchy spandex material, but like you're reaching toward the sky. You can find the beat if that feels good for you. Good. And slowly start to slow your body down. And gently bring your hands down to your sides, shake them out, shake out your hips. We're going for a trunk twist. So right and left. That feels so delicious, doesn't it? All right, team. Our arms are coming down by our sides. Our body comes back into the center. Inhale your hands high over your head and roll your wrists down by your sides. Fabulous. 2 more times. One more time. Quad stretch. Use your right hand to reach for your right foot. I'm gonna come over to this side of my chair so that my knee is pointing down toward the floor. Squeeze your knees together. And then take your right foot over top of your left and sit back into your figure 4. You'll feel this deep in your hip. So if it's intense, you can always come up and out of it. Come on back up to stand. Switch to the opposite side. Left foot comes into your left hand. Point your knee down toward the floor and squeeze your knees together. And then cross your left over top of your right. And then gently come to a standing position once again. Roll your ankles out on either side in either direction. Then come back into stand in front of your chair. Take a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, roll your wrists down by your sides. Cross one arm over, cross the other arm over. Give yourself a big, big hug, and then a round of applause. Way to go, Balance! That was a challenging class. We had lots of options, but we also gained tons of strength. So my name is Morgan. Feel free to drop into the chat and tell me how you're feeling in one word. Otherwise, I'll see you all very soon.